All right, returning now to our main story, an inauguration of Francois Hollande as France's new president. He has a tough job of turning around the economy, with France posting zero growth for the first quarter of this year on the day he was sworn in. He had campaigned on a policy of increasing taxes and spending the revenue to revive the French economy. But this has caused some concern in France and across the Eurozone, which is struggling with a financial crisis, as you know. Hollande has proposed a 75% tax on the super rich. That's anyone earning more than €1 million a year or $1.3 million. He is also against blanket spending cuts, fearing they could plunge France into a deep recession. And he has promised to create thousands of new jobs to overcome high unemployment. Let's go back to Al Jazeera's Jackie Rowland, who is live for us in Paris. Jackie, clearly France's problems don't end with the departure of Nicolas Sarkozy. A lot of challenges ahead for Hollande. How much of a honeymoon period do you think it's going to get?
Well, a new president can normally rely on that honeymoon period, as you put it, that sort of feel-good period that is directly after the elections. And in fact, he just came back now into the Elysee Palace for lunch. By that stage, probably he'd abandoned the sunroof, was inside the car with the window open, passed right by us and gave a personal wave to the Al Jazeera crew on the pavement, which is a bit of a high point for us for the day. But as you say, he can benefit for about 100 days or so, maybe, from that period when people are willing to give him a chance, give him the benefit of the doubt. But bearing in mind these very serious economic problems, people will only have so much patience. And when you bear in mind that Francois Hollande campaigned with the aim of improving the lot of ordinary people, working families, sooner or later people are going to want to see results.
Certainly a very ambitious economic program that is laid out. You have legislative elections coming up, of course, in just a few weeks. He needs a left-wing majority in parliament in order to pass some of these moves that he's announced. But how much do the French think he can achieve? I mean, are they confident about this economic agenda that he's laid out?
I think people are really quite realistic, to be honest with you. Talking to people before the elections, even those who are voting for Francois Hollande, and I would ask them, do you really think he can deliver on all these promises and bringing the retirement age for certain key workers back down to 60, creating these extra jobs? People said, look, they all understand this is pre-election speak. There's election talk, then there's real talk. I think the one thing is that the people do feel that Hollande is seriously committed, and that he generally is a man of his word, that he'll do what he can do. As one a veteran socialist who's known him for about 30 years down in the Corrèze region told me a couple of weeks ago, Francois Hollande will not promise you the moon, and he'll promise you what he can deliver, and he will be quite realistic about it.
Jackie, thank you very much. Jackie Rowland live in Paris for us.